A little girl haunts Cave Spring Cave, but she's not the only entity that makes this sleepy town very active. Cave Spring, Georgia, which basically sits on the Alabama-Georgia line, has a pretty daunting and tragic past. At one point, it served as land that was inhabited by numerous indigenous tribes. This was their home, and they were eventually forced out. When Europeans came to this land, they began forcefully inserting themselves into the community. This eventually led to skirmishes like the resistance at Beaver Dam. Over time, the indigenous peoples were unfortunately forced out, and Cave Spring, Georgia eventually became an original route for the Trail of Tears. The town was then named after the spring that flowed out of the cave nearby, making it a popular tourist attraction. The fresh mineral spring water was a unique resource to the area, which is most likely why the indigenous tribes of this area would meet and gather here. And during this time period, towns would spring up around these locations across the South. There are numerous reported apparitions throughout the town. One of them is thought to be an indigenous woman at the general store. Others have reported activity at the Georgia School for the Deaf. The most famous is a little girl in Cave Spring Cave. Many believe that she passed away in the early 1900s due to scarlet fever. Visitors of the cave at nighttime have reported seeing her in a faint mist, sometimes even hearing her disembodied voice. People have also reported seeing indigenous apparitions, which could be because this area was sacred in nature, but turned into a place of sorrow due to the Trail of Tears. People have also reported large orbs in photos. Long before it was known as Cave Spring, this place was known as the Place of Sunshine. And maybe some of the paranormal activity is there to remind us of those who were there first, and to remember this place as more than just water and a cave, but what it once was.